I'm Metalina, and you're watching 0Calvin.
Hey there, fine people of the internet. Hopefully you can hear me. It looks like my microphone is working according to OBS. Packets are going. Let me get my chat up. There we go. Hey, anyway, good morning. It's a rainy, nasty weekend day here in not so sunny New Jersey. But anyway, it's a good day to game. Before we get gaming though, I just wanted to show you something weird that was happening to me in iClone. And it happened last night, and I thought it was just me. I thought it was something weird with this character, or something like my keyboard, one of the keys was jammed or something. It's a really weird thing that happened, but it also happened to Sharknado this morning, so I just wanted to show it to you. So check this out. I got Pedro here. He's Pedro the packet pirate, rather. If your internet's slow, if your live stream is stuttering, it's probably Pedro stealing your packets. But anyway, we also have iClone up. We send him to iClone. And we bounce over to iClone. Okay, it's loading in. And he's not there. So that's weird, right? It should be, somewhere visible. So let's press F to find him. And he's rotating in space by his ankles. Super odd, right? Look, the rotate thing is going by itself. It's just going negative over and over and over again, higher numbers. Super weird, right? I have no idea what causes this. I think it must be it's obviously a bug in, I guess, the latest version. I haven't really figured out what combination of things make this happen. Super strange, right? It's weird, right? So we can delete them. We can add him in as a character here. I thought it was something to do with the transfer, but we can add him in like this and it still happens. So I basically saved him. Same thing happens. And it's not just that character. I can bring in a different character. Gonna violate nudity laws or something here, but we'll delete it quickly. Yeah, same thing, right? So crazy. I did manage to get it working last night. I'm not quite sure how. I restarted my computer. I think I probably just started iClone up. And I just loaded the character in and it seemed to work, but I'm not sure. I don't know. I'm not sure what mysterious circumstances collude to make this happen. But it's a pretty obvious bug, so I'm hoping they fix it relatively fast. Yeah, see, same thing's happening. Super weird. Anyway, just thought I'd bring that to the attention of the universe. Let's get gaming, shall we? Hey! Oh yeah, Jay, weird stuff, huh? I noticed with the latest version that you transfer a character from character creator over to iClone, and then it's not on the screen. When you locate it by pressing something like F, it rotates backwards on the x-axis on its own. Very strange. Huh, didn't happen to Leo, so I'm not sure. It happened to at least one other person, so I know it's just not me, but I guess I'll have to do some experimenting later on to see what factors create that. Are you up? Are those the latest, Leo? Yeah, completely caught me off guard. The first time it happened was last night. All right, I think we're going with the totally gonna work live stream. Load in day one. Yeah, I should be on the latest as well. I know I am because Hub isn't asking me to update anything. All right. Here we are. Yep, here we are. Let's see what we need to be doing here. So it looks like we're doing the field research, which is going to get us that molecular analysis machine. So that's a good thing to work towards. So we just have to collect these resources for that. We have some copper and some screws already, and some sheet metal. Not enough. Our big space elevator is demanding 50 smart plate things. I'm not even sure we can make them yet. I forget. How the hell do I even look that up? I'm still a bit sleepy. Waking up on a rainy Sunday morning. Let's see. N is find. That's quick search. I want that. O. Aha. O. Recipes. So they have a weird, their categorization is kind of weird. Because equipment is more like personal equipment that you carry or use, I think. Buildings is pretty much like everything that isn't a standalone part. So it's like constructors and smelters and conveyor belts and foundation bits. I think buildings is kind of a weird name for this stuff. But, I don't see any smart whatsits. So that would be under parts. So we don't know how to make that yet, so we're just going to ignore it and work on our lower level goals. Yeah, that was... Sorry to hear that, Jay, about your bike. That's so crappy, man. I mean, who the hell just walks up to a locked bike and just steals one of the wheels? That's so wrong. And it doesn't even really make any sense. Like there's some big underground, bike tire syndicate that's, selling these on the black market. What's this guy gonna get? A pack of cigarettes out of it? I don't get it. All right, anyway, let's gather up some copper wire and screws and stuff. Screws, I can actually make the screws here, so let's just bang them out. I'm not making a screw machine yet. Probably should, but I just don't want to. That's so messed up, Jay. I had that happen once to me too. And I live in this super upper class neighborhood, basically. It's just a bunch of rich folks and then me in a crappy apartment. But I had a friend staying with me, and he borrowed my bike without my permission in the rain to go ride to where the bus stop is, like a street over. So he rides my bike, locks it up against like a telephone pole or something. Okay, it's kind of weird and in the middle of public, but he locks it up, and when he goes off on his adventure, when he comes back, one of the wheels is gone. I think he locked it up through, the frame and one of the wheels, but I think it was the front wheel was open, and it was gone. Like, why? Whatever. It's just stupid. Obviously, somebody was just being an ass, because nobody around here needs a bike tire. I'm also super pissed that my friend took my bike. And he could borrow it all he wants, but to take it out and lock it up in the rain in public like that is kind of strange. He's not my friend anymore, by the way. Not from just that. He was just kind of an amoral asshole. Okie dokie. Sheet metals. I need 100 sheet metal thingies. Let's see what we're making. Are we making sheet metal things? Of course we're not. Let's make sheet metal things. I got no power. We've got no power. Are we out of grass? Actually, let me just see if I got anything in inventory here. By the way, how are the sound levels? I think I turned down the music a little bit. I'm hoping that my voice isn't drowned out as much as it was last time. Huh, okay. Strange. Did you do it on an elaborate character or just like a stock character? Like by elaborate, I mean, does it have clothing and all kinds of stuff attached to it? I don't know. I'll have to experiment later on and try to figure out what the hell that is. Both I and Sharknado experienced it. We both just did a cursory look on the internet. It wasn't really mentioned. It didn't seem like anybody's clamoring about this. So, yeah, try it with a regular one, perhaps. Thanks, Jay. Don't really need that. Yeah, when it happened to me last night, I was just trying to get that. I was just trying to get Pedro rendered, so I was just worried about trying to get him into iClone and things working. So I really didn't spend any time investigating this. Thanks, Jay. Yeah, it's funny. I actually made Pedro like months ago, the actual character, but I didn't spend any time to I just got distracted and didn't ever like dressed him. So I went and bought a little pirate outfit and modified it last night just for laughs, just to try to get him finished. All right, Copper, our friend Copper. I got to remember where everything is. Copper. Right, Leah? I thought it was, fitting that Pedro the packet pirate, ended up causing drama like that. Thought he stole important packets between the two programs. Big red button. Bam!
Milestone reached. Supply the molecular analysis machine, referred to as the MAM, with local resources to research and develop new technologies. Potential technologies include exploration tools, weapons, and factory buildings. These are essential for maximizing your Pioneer efficiency and alignment with Fixit's core pillars: construct, automate, explore, and exploit. To advance Fixit's mission, all notable phenomena, resources, technology, or other influence should be investigated regardless of any perceived danger, as stated in the Pioneer contract.
Can do. All right, let's set up my MAM. I gotta remember the shortcut keys again. MAM. Head back here. All right, got a MAM now. This will let us investigate that hard drive that we have. Remember, we collected this at one of the crash sites we found. So we can start analyzing that, and that will give us, sometimes it usually gives us alternate formulas for making assemblies, I guess. Different, we're able to make something out of different components, like alternate components. So that'll take a little bit. What else do we have? This stuff. The Mercer sphere. Can't actually do anything until this is finished. But we definitely want to go down and learn about this thing. Oops. This thing lets us build sort of like portals that you can attach. So you can attach it to like the output of a machine, and I can like portal things directly into my inventory, so that I don't have to keep collecting them. They'll just like show up, which is great. So all the usual building materials you need, lots of sheet metal and wire and stuff like that, I usually have delivered directly to my inventory, which just makes things so much easier and more efficient. We also have power slugs, so that's going to let us make power shards. The power shards, you can stick them in any of the machinery, and you can basically overclock them. It costs just like regular overclocking. It's a lot more power. So if you double the clock speed, it's more than double the power consumption. But it's still worth it most of the time, just for laziness factor alone. Instead of building a whole nother product line, you can just double the speed and be done with it. assuming you have the power resources. These things, we don't have one of these. This is a similar type thing, but I'm trying to remember the difference. That's something you kind of get later in the game. It lets you magically get more output from the stuff you give it. So same power, same production speed, but say instead of one thing you get double. It just magically pops out. So these are, you don't find a lot of these, but they are awesome to have. All right, so that's chugging away. Let's go back and get our next short-term mission. All right, so tier 1. Looks like we've done all of tier 1. Oh, we got an object scanner. Which is cool. So the object scanner, what that is. Oh, do I have to make that? Oh yeah, I gotta make that. Let's make that. Yeah, the object scanner lets us find some of the weird stuff. Like those Mercer spheres and things like that. It lets us search for that kind of stuff. You have to equip it in your hand. We have nothing scannable though, because we didn't research it in the NAM yet, so it doesn't really do us a lot of good quite yet. Ooh, oh, chainsaw! So next we'll actually learn how to make our smart plating, so that we'll be able to work towards this. We get assemblers, which will take two things and make one out of it. Copper sheets, rotors, modular frames, all kinds of good stuff. We get our chainsaw, solid biofuel to power it. Jump pads. Get an awesome shop where we can buy things. Quicker conveyor belts. Nice. I really want a jetpack. I don't think we get that till some ways down the road here. Oh well. Well, let's do this. We actually need cable. We can turn on our cable production line. Oh, that's right. I never gave power to anything. We can actually fill that up. We need power. We've got some stuff. I guess we're going to have to do a lot of biomass collection. Wait. Why that stuff? I still have that. That stuff's going. Why are you shut off? What the heck? Must have blew a fuse somewhere. That's interesting. Well, at least I got more of this. I thought I ran through it faster than I should have. I'll add this to the pile. Yeah, I should have plenty. Good. get a leg up on making some screws. A lot of machinery makes our cable and our plates. Huh. Worked too, hon. Strange. That's so weird that I wonder what's causing that. It's so bizarre. For once Jay didn't have the weird thing happen to him. That's amazing. Yeah, and I think the weird thing was, I think the character that Sharknado showed me was it was a naked, non-standard character, so no resemblance to what I'm using, and it was still doing it. So there's some other common denominator there. See, so I need roughly 400-ish. I think that should be enough. Cool. See how my cable's doing. Yeah, it's so weird. I'm sure it drives the programmers absolutely nuts too, because an intermittent bug like that is hard to track down. So true, Leo. Okay, doing good. Switch back to sheet metal. I really should make another line, honestly. I think I'll do that after I collect this stuff. I'll make instead of switching back and forth, I mean, we're gonna need this stuff. We'll probably need at least 2 rod lines, one of them turning stuff to screws, and the sheet metal ones, so do that. But we are making sheet metal. Gotcha. Cool. Yeah. You know what, Jay? Most of the time, I mean, you could do that for sure with the poke through. There's like 27 ways to handle poke through in Character Creator. But the easy way, if you just want to like bump the mesh out a little bit, there's of course the conform thing, which you can run and it'll automatically fix most of that stuff. But if you just want to fix one spot, just mesh editing and go to the sculpting tool and the one that just kind of bubbles out, and just click that area once or twice. Super easy. They say never attribute to malice what incompetence can explain, but I'm not always sure that's the case. I mean, it could be true, Leo. Four more plates. Check some stuffs here. So this is making 120 per minute. And this is using only 30. Okay. So right off the bat, we can branch this off and make it and supply a few lines with that. That's good to know. Once I get my goal, I'm going to take this down and rejigger things. Oh, you know what? We probably can do some research now. I bet our hard drive is processed. Let's do that. One good thing about this game, especially the more you get into it, there's never a shortage of things to do. You know, there's always like 5 parallel things you can work on and switch around. And if you get bored, you can just go out exploring, because the whole world they created is really pretty and kind of fascinating to look at just on its own. I didn't want this. I want this. Let's see what we got.
Hard drive analysis completed. Alternative recipe selection available in the MAM.
Ooh, inventory slots are always... I mean, this is good, but because you always need ways to make screws, and you use so many screws. And being able to cast them without making rods first is kind of nice, but inventory for sure. All right, let's go in and look at our alien technology. So we never found our strange alien matter yet. Might have to just wander around and see if I can find some. It's obviously pretty rare though, and strange. This dude we do have though.
Mercer sphere analysis completed. Established local planetary signature of massage 2, AB, B, in the local Mercer sphere signals, allowing them to be tracked by the object scanner. Mercer spheres can also transmit data between specific...
Witness our scripture, witness our windows. Have you come to defile our shrine? Sing us a song.
Arguing the existence of intelligent alien life. While Fixit has figured out the method, all of the original data is still untranslatable.
Yeah, the strange alien matter is kind of alive. Oops. It's weird. What gets even creepier is it starts talking, well, it talks sort of in riddles, but it, our computer, our AI starts to learn its weird language, or the way it speaks, and they start to collaborate together, which is a little unsettling. So I can't do anything else? I guess I gotta get more now. Power slugs.
This semi-slug, now dubbed Power Slug, is early in its life cycle and has retained only part of its potential energy storage capacity, giving it its blue color. Power slugs are capable of extracting latent energy from their surroundings, including through a form of photosynthesis, and preserve it in their porous semi-crystalline shell over their lifetime. This explains why they rarely move after having found a suitable location.
So yeah, in order to unlock these things, of course, you have to build stuff and collect things, because that's pretty much what the whole game's about. So we have yet another thing that we need to feed materials into. But yeah, to get power shards, we have to find a yellow power slug, and we have to make this stuff. So we'll deal with that thing later. Oh, this will get us a scanner to find them, which would be nice. So we may actually go for this one eventually. Yeah, the aliens, or the strange alien matter, speaks in a lot of musical metaphors and things like that. It's pretty cool. What now? Why you got no power? Why you got no power? Everything below again? Man, keep blowing fuses here. Here, get one other burner going. All right. Whee! Okay, just need our steel plate, iron plates. It's a little hard to find these just by walking around randomly. You really end up finding more of these type of resources when you actually get the jetpack and you can fly around. But you know, Take a nice walk through the woods here. Oh, there's a power slug. That's always nice. Excuse me, buddy. I'm going to use you as a jump, okay? Just stand right there. No iron plates, come on, man. Don't be like that. No iron plates. I will get you next time, Power Slug. My kingdom for a jetpack. Oh, hello. Might as well collect some, uh-oh. Ah! Being pollinated. Probably like up there. Yep. Yeah, it's like up there. I don't think I'm getting up there anywhere anytime soon. Bummer. This is going to be definitely a challenging map. Hey buddy, why don't you pick me up and bring me over there? No? Alright. Like I said, if nothing else, at least we have plenty of biomass to collect with this map. I will like the chainsaw better though. Just cut down trees. Yeah, I guess thankfully it is, Jay, because you have to do so much of it in the beginning. It's not terrible. I mean, you progress through pretty fast, you know, especially when you get the chainsaw and you cut trees down, and they're pretty rich in energy. So you don't, and you quickly move on to coal and get like a coal power plants and stuff like that. You don't have to do the biomass stuff for too long, thankfully. But it is good that you can do it quickly. All right. I mean, in the beginner map, you spend a little more time on it because you have to run around from the clump to clump. But here, it's just target. It's a target-rich environment. Anyway, let's go back to the hub. Yeah, I basically found out that you can hold down W until you hit a bush or something, then press E and hold it down, and then as you walk, if you're holding down W and E at the same time, you can pretty much just become a lawnmower. Hey buddy. Okay, looks like we still have power, which is nice. These. Yay. Oops.
Milestone reached. The assembler can produce more complex parts, including the first project part, smart plating, which is crucial for initiating project assembly. Project parts must be delivered to the space elevator. By completing your contracted duties as part of project assembly, you will definitely be helping achieve Fix-It Company goals without any other ulterior motive. Note: humans cannot craft project parts. Do not worry about your inadequate crafting skill when compared to an assembler. Fix-It cherishes your innate human abilities, such as walking, striking objects, and commodifying natural resources.
All right, let's build some equipment, shall we? Alright, let's plan things out a little bit. Actually, let's move this a little closer. All right. Actually, that is probably too close. Let's put it back where we were. It's always sad to tear down what you've spent time building, but it's sometimes better just to start with a clean slate. Okay, got plenty of iron going on here. Got some space. Oh man, smart plating, huh? Yeah, it's your first fairly complex assembly, these smart plates. I think I'm going to rebuild a basic iron production with just, steel plates and steel rods and possibly screws. And then I'm going to make an alternate one over, out of these or out of one of these. That's going to be just for smart plates. I think. I'm not sure yet. So smart plates require a reinforced plate, which in itself is a plate and some screws. Screws are rods turned into screws. We also need rotors. Rotors are apparently rods and screws make rotors. So I usually kind of make like a flow chart out of this stuff. And it helps me to formulate what the factory is going to look like. All right, so smart plates, branches off. Got our reinforced plates and our rotor. Reinforced plates are iron sheets, screws, and our rotor is also screws and iron rods. So interestingly enough, it's all made of sheets. So it's made of sheets, screws, and rods in various formations. And screws are actually just rods too, so it's just sheets and rods. So, you know what, maybe we'll make, yeah, we'll always use these. So I'll make a couple sheet and rod factories. And then start putting them together. Yeah, what the hell. This is weird. Without having a lot of room, you really got to plan things out here. I guess I don't want to do... Damn. Oh, that's cool. Have our factory go up there. See, the thing is, I don't want to fully invest, like, you know, those iron sheets and rods into making these smart plates. I kind of want them to produce on the side by themselves as well. I guess I could split off. Actually, I could do that. That makes sense. I can split off production. Yeah, we got to be kind of compact and efficient, I think, here for now. All right, let's do stuff here. All right, this isn't going to be a great layout, but it'll be workable. Yeah, whatever. Mush. Break a leg. Wonder when I get my high jump boots so I don't keep breaking my ankle. Right, so I kind of want screws in the middle. I guess it doesn't matter. Which one am I going to build? There goes the power. Oh no! Definitely not short on iron. Dude, you're right in the way, buddy. Come on. Bastard. In case anybody was wondering what the flying hell I'm doing. Splitting off the iron ore. Each one of these, of course, is making iron ingots. This is going to make iron rods to turn into screws. This one is probably going to be just rods. And this one, I need another one here, is going to be sheets. So then I'll have sheets, rods, and screws. Screws will be in the middle because I'll have this come around. I'll be able to then turn screws and sheet metal into the reinforced thingamajiggers, and the screws and the rods into the rotors, and then combine them into the final product, the smart plates. So that's kind of where I'm at. Yeah, I hear you, Jay. Drama. All right, so set all these things up. Iron, iron, iron. You're going to make rods. You're going to make screws from those rods. You can also make rods. So theoretically, these are spitting out 30, and we're only taking in 15. So I can actually make more rods than that. Balls. This is complicated. I don't need to be perfectly efficient, but I know we're going to need a lot of screws, so I at least want to double up on the screw machine, I think. Get out of the way, buddy! Can't build on you. Get. Or make me turn you into steak. So these will take 15 each. And that's definitely outputting 30, so that's good. Just out of curiosity, screws are taking only 10, huh? 10 per minute. Outputting 15, of course. Well, we'll have more than we need. That's fine. So each one of those can do a screw line. Gotcha. Okie dokie. Come on. All right. So you're making screws. You guys are making screws. Nope. you are making plates. Let's actually match. So that actually matches. That's good. Cool, cool, cool. All right. We actually have the space elevator here, but it's actually to make smart plates that we're going to feed to this space elevator. So once we get 50 smart plates, we can feed it to this thing and it'll send it up into space to work on the big project that's going to save all of humanity or something. So we get all the raw ingredients now. Now we got to combine them into their subcomponents. So what I did was, I'm making sheets, I'm making screws, I'm making rods. Which are, so we need sheets and screws to make reinforced iron plates. And we need rods and screws to make rotors. So we can combine those things to make this, and then we combine these two to make the smart plates. So that's the score. So I can make reinforced plates now. So let's just... I should put, at this point, I should put some storage in between so I can steal stuff if I need to. Alrighty, so let's do some storage. If I have enough of whatever I need. Looks like I do. Alright, a little storage there. Storage there. Not really going to store screws, I think. Okay, so now we can combine, these are rods and these are screws. So now we use an assembler, which we don't have enough things. Oh no. We need rotors. I gotta hand make some stuff. I'm gonna need 2 of these, so I need at least 8 rotors. Looks like we got enough of everything else. Geronimo! How's it going, buddy? You know, you could help out a little bit instead of getting in the way all the time. I need screws. You know, right? All he does is get in the way of my building. He's eating my grass. I mean, let's not think about the fact that I pretty much moved into his territory and started building. he could still help out, you know? I got a lot of ore and ingots from when I disassembled the factory originally. That's why I got so much in inventory. Might as well get rid of all the ore. Not like we can use it for anything else other than just making ingots. Time to have some tea. Just building up an inventory of some building materials here. You know, I was thinking about it. I think I know what's causing that iClone bug. It's the fact that that I want to use iClone pretty soon to do some more animations. I think that's pretty much the only common denominator. Like, now that I actually want to use it for something, it's of course going to glitch out. Anyway, let's climb back up and do some things here. Let's do this one. Hey, Henry. No safety rails on this bad boy. They put them there, but nowhere else. Not quite sure how that helps. Okie dokie. So now we need assemblers for this stuff. An assembler there. Just wait till we have to power all this crap. We're gonna have to burn the forest down. Ah. Oh, I don't know, Jay. How did you make the spinning stop? I shut the program down, restart my computer. I loaded up iClone, and I loaded the character directly from my custom inventory, which I had saved. And that worked last night. It didn't work this morning, so I don't know the difference. Maybe it has something to do with it. Well, I don't know. New project. I mean, we could figure it out. We can work together if you want to do that. I can save. We can play. I'm a little curious. I mean, it's my stream. I could do what I want, right? The factory's looking lovely, though. Yeah, let's take a break. All right, let's load up the programs here in question. So first I'll load up both programs and I'll just send over the default character. See if that's it. If something still weird happens with that, then take it from there. Okay, that's character creator. Let's load up iClone. While that's loading, we'll load the neutral base. Alrighty. Turn around for decency's sake. iClone is still loading. Hey, Deviant. Just investigating a weird iClone glitch that I have. When I send a character from character creator into iClone, it starts to spin on it by its feet backwards. It's very weird. So let's try it out with iClone up. Okay, let's try it with the default character. Send to iClone, see what happens. He's not here. All right, so I'll press F to find it, basically, and look, check it out. What the hell's up with that? Yep. So let's see if I can just, I can't, let's see if I can, what happens if I try to rotate. No, it just, I can unwind and it rewinds backwards. So it's like something is just sitting here on negative X and I can try to override it and it just goes back. So weird. Yeah, isn't that strange? That's the other weird thing. It's not actually the world of origin, I don't think, even though supposedly it is. It says it is. So the camera doesn't start up. So that is the world axis, supposedly. Weird. But it doesn't actually load up there? I don't know. Strange. Pressing F to try to find it again. Zoom out. Holy cow! Woo! That is so wild. Yeah, that's what happens when I press play. Oh yeah, when he's not, that's interesting. So this is when it's not selected. He goes into quantum uncertainty mode here. That is so weird. Yeah, this is just a default character because we tried to eliminate variables. So because it was doing it on one of my weird characters, one of my custom characters. So we just tried it with this is just the default. I just loaded the neutral base. I just did this and sent it over. And then I click on it. So it's actually in a different position. It's definitely like quantum entanglement here. It doesn't have a position until you observe it. So weird. Any guesses? I have zero idea why the hell it's doing that. So I do want to try. Wow, man, that's so bizarre. I'm going to close this. And close both of them. I'm going to load up just iClone and load up a stock character through iClone. So I know from this morning that didn't work with my, even loading from my custom catalog in iClone, it still did the same thing. Oh, okay, yeah, I'll try that next, Jay. That would be interesting. I'm not sure if that'll do anything, but I'm game. It's weird. It's like a button is stuck or something, but I don't have, it's not like I even have caps lock on. I have no idea why it's doing that. All right. All right, Kevin. Actually, we'll do Caleb, I guess. He's a CC3 plus character. Mm-hmm. Let me zoom out. Nope. Doing the same thing. He's in the vortex of uncertainty. So freaking weird. You want to try this? It just zeroes it out and then starts over again. Rotate X down UI that's stuck. Yeah, I guess. I mean, so weird. But the other odd thing, it's not just that though, right? It's when he's not selected, it's doing this too. So what the hell is that about? I wonder. Oh my God, you know what it is? That's so funny. You guys are going to get a kick out of this. The weird thing is that it happens to Sharknado too. I have a game controller. The game, you can control the screen or characters on the game controller, right? The game controller was on the floor with one of the things stuck. It was totally my game controller. Yeah, it's totally my game controller. It was down on the floor with one of the paddles like turned negative. How stupid and funny is that? Now, I totally would have believed it had it not also happened to Sharknado this morning. So I'll have to alert him that it's his game controller probably. So funny. Dude, all of that. It's basically, it's this right here, right? The player controller. Oh man, that's so funny. So let's just confirm. Oh, just fine. Yeah, right? Right? Because it was even, I swear, it was even rotating backwards like mine was. I think the animation was running. It was just because I think it was a walk in motion or something that I had done. So the animation was playing. You just couldn't see it because it was whizzing all around. That is so funny. All right, well, problem solved. I'm glad we figured that out because that was so weird. Thanks for humoring me with that. I'm glad we figured it out. Yeah, I'm like, just happened to look down. I started thinking of what could manipulate the character like that. And I'm like, oh, the controller. Where's my controller? Oh, it's jammed underneath my desk right now. Too funny. Alrighty. Do I want to make... You know what? I should probably do storage off of these. So I can steal some if I need to. That should pretty much be the factory, I think. Being inside of a car engine. Okay, so these are the rods. rods and screws on this guy. This is going to be reinforced jiggers. And they get stored, they get pumped into here, and you are going to be smart plates. All right, later, Jay. Good luck with the bike tire or wheel. Sorry you had to go through that. All right, so I think we got everything connected here. We're going to need more power. Hey dude, don't mess up my stuff, bro. What's up with... Get out of the way, bubble butts. Dude, don't make me jump on you. Really? Come on, man. You're standing in the way of progress. Thanks. Oh, did I hook that up? Is that the wrong way around? I didn't think it was. Oh yeah, it is. Damn. Oh yeah, that was the wrong way around. Gotcha. Really? Wire. I think my goal here, once I get smart, I'm going to finish getting power, like more power. I'll get the smart plating factory up and running, and then we'll call a day, I think. Let me add, I'm just gonna add like 2 more burners for now. Guess I can try to smush 3 in. Really? Really? There we go. Mobile mass going on. Okay. That's got 3 on it. Really? Does it? I only see 2. Oh no, obviously it's got. No, it's got those 3. Gotcha. Okay. All right, so now we got all this power going to this point here. All right. Now, let's hook up all this crap. How do I want to do this? One here. No. Come on. There we go. Do one there for those. You, got you. You. Got you. Okay, so you're powered, you're powered, you're powered, you're powered, you're powered. So now it's this stuff here. So we'll just run one here. Looks like the factory is factorying. Waiting for enough screws. Okay. Let's get these other power. Let's get the rest of the power going here. Take half. Dump it in here. Go. See what her power is. Not quite enough. Don't have quite enough power. I'm going to turn this off for now. One of these, they only pull 15. I mean, we should have enough, right? We're gonna have to actually make another one? That's ridiculous. Where's my coal power, goddammit? Burning leaves, this is wrong. Alright, that's fine. Let's shut down some of these. We'll shut down these things, heavy duty. That one's off. This one's off. This one's off. I mean, we're well below our capacity, so I don't know what the hell the problem is. Anyway, that'll let us build up the screws, rods, and sheets at least, while I make more power somewhere. All right, more power. More power. All right, I guess I can expand out this way. Oh. Forgot I had that. All right, where's another good place for a power? Some power. I kind of like it in the same vicinity here. Could technically put it up on the hill. We could do that. Yeah, let's do that. Too steep. Come on. Yeah, let's make it just stupid. Why not? All right, I need to clear this out and, you know, make some space, collect some power, fibrous, what's it? Burn. Oh, for frick, frog snacks. I need copper. All right, more power. Damn it. I want to ride the logs on top. There we go. Stuck. Okay, these guys should be online soon. Go. There we go. Now we got many, many powers. $270 watts capacity. Let's go, everybody. Look, kids, we have one smart plate. We're totally producing smart plates now. Look at this. There it is, the fruits of our labor. All of that to make these. Smart plates. Let's go on top. Let's go up here and enjoy the fruits of our labor. and fall to our death. It's definitely not OSHA approved here. There we go. Here's what we built today. It's nice, right? Totally sort of kind of organized. Look at it. So lovely. Well, we did well. We expanded our power out. We have 9 biofuel burners going now. And we rejiggered our iron production into smart plate production. Yeah, did well. We did well. And I could totally shut down these guys and then just collect things like iron rods, sheets, and screws if and when I need to. So that's cool. So once we get our smart plates, I can shut these down, and we have storage here. That well, I'm not storing screws, but that's okay. I can steal them from inside of here, I guess. That's fine. Nice. I'm happy with that. I'm definitely happy with that. We still have this iron here, and this iron here, and actually the iron we built on here. Way more resources for iron than we actually need. We might use some of these later when we make steel. When we do we'll need a steel facility. So we'll probably use one or both of these and send them up top here and make our steel facility up top here. Actually, I'm kind of curious. I'm going to walk up there and just maybe clear the area and see what's going on over there. See how much room we have up top. Hey guy, catching any flies? Yummy flies? Yeah. That's good. How's our stream doing here? Stream health still says excellent. Sounds good. We have no viewers, but that's fine. That's fine. No pressure with no viewers. Okay, so up here, I mean, we do have this guy. We do have that guy that takes up most of the space. See, we're up top here now. Our iron is down there. Right. So we got our space elevator up here, so we don't have a ton of room. We need a decent amount of room for steel production. There's a lot that goes into that. Hey, Guru! Now I don't have to feel weird talking to myself anymore. How's it going, Jay? Did you get your bike tire? We're totally making smart plates. This is our smart plate factory right here. Smart plates are now collected in this little facility, this little storage unit right here. I had to make so many power things. We had 3 fuel burners, so I had to expand out to like 9. So I have 3 here, I have 3 here, and I have 3 more up there. So that's what I've been doing. making power and getting our smart plates. I'm going to call it quits here pretty soon, but I just wanted to, it's just kind of investigating other areas for building later on. So we have more iron deposits down here, and eventually we're going to have to start making steel, which of course starts with iron. It's iron, and we're going to need coal. I'm not sure where coal's located, but I'm thinking steel might go up here, but I'm not sure. We have our space elevator in the way, so I'm not taking up a lot of space. I'm just kind of getting the lay of the land here. Maybe steel over here isn't the best idea. There's not a lot of room. It's a possibility. Yep, we're producing stuffs. If you reach into this guy, check it out. 15 smart plates already. Got them being built here. Making a whole 2 of them per minute. So I think I'm actually going to end it here. Start the next stream out. Once we get 50 of these guys, we'll feed it to the space elevator and we'll get to see what happens with that. And I think it's a good ending point right here, actually. So we solved our iClone problem, and now we're making smart plates. It was a productive Sunday. Yeah, good timing. So Jay, good luck with your bike, putting it back together again. And I guess I'll see you on the Discord. Take care, dude. Pretty. Day 2. Confirm. All right. Well, that's it, everybody. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next Sunday, hopefully at 10 Eastern Daylight Time. Cheers.